We want to be able to give our ancestors the worthy honor that they deserve through their resilience of producing the greatest generation of Africans that ever existed. That is our mission. Our mission is to remember what they have done, to remember their sacrifice, but to also be worthy of that sacrifice, to produce and manifest a generation of Africans that can manage our own affairs in reality, and that can also be the masters of our own destiny. That is the generation we want to proclaim Africans to be today.
It's a very emotional day for those of us who have come to reunite with our family here. Everything that we have listened to, every person who has spoken, one single thing resonates: come home. And it's a very powerful statement. So I wish to reiterate that commitment that Ghana, under the able leadership of our president, who has shown total commitment by being here today with us to launch and to commemorate the year of return, I repeat, come home. Please take this message from this confine of this room and tell everyone and everyone, pay it forward, that we as Africans have the spirit of resilience. We are here for a purpose, to tell the story. So those who have lost hope will see that they are still alive for a reason. There are young people on substances that have no business being on. It's because they have lost their way. You and I will use this occasion under the auspices of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, who has opened the doors for you and I to tell the story of the resilience of our people.
We're gathered to initiate the year of commemoration of one of the most momentous events of history, the commencement of the transatlantic trade, slave trade, which brought tens of millions of Africans to the Americas, North, Central, and South. We know of the horrors that accompanied that forced journey. We know of the brutalities that were meted out to them during their stay in the Americas. We know of the great difficulties they have encountered in attempting to assimilate and live and maintain their dignity in the Americas. We know of the extraordinary achievements and contributions they have made to the life of the Americas. And it is important that in this symbolic year, 400 years later, we commemorate their existence and their sacrifices. It was in anticipation of the year of commemoration that my great childhood friend, colleague, and associate, the late Jake Otanka Obecha-Bilemte, then Minister of Tourism in President John Agyekum Kufuor's government, a government of which I was part as Foreign Minister, launched in celebration of Ghana's Golden Jubilee, the Joseph Project, the project that identified the need to symbolize the return of the prodigal son who was lost and found. I would like to dedicate this whole ceremony and this to his memory. He insisted on granting easy visas to all returnees, and that we should give force to the right of abode. I think it's the duty of my government to do both of those things in commemorating of next year. But I would like to say in conclusion that the most important consequences of all the activity we're here to initiate is that together on both sides of the Atlantic, we will work together to make sure that never again will we allow a handful of people with superior technology to walk into Africa, seize our peoples, and sell them into slavery. That must be our resolution, that never again, never again. Thank you.
Africa is the only place in the world where black people can go and build Fortune 500 companies from scratch within 5 years.
It'd be like China, easily.
No, seriously. And this took them hundreds of years to build. You can build it now within 5 years. Education,
sneaker company,
whatever.
clothing line,
whatever.
Start it there.
Do it there. Don't even start it. Do it there. It's going to grow out of there anyway. But Africa's big enough you won't ever have to need no other country anyway. Think about it. Everything you do is in
You get
America.
hot in Africa.
No, you don't.
Well, it depends on, you said
Africa's
country,
the second
but it
biggest
depends on the
continent
country
in the world.
Africa.
It's over 1 billion people.
Who's the biggest continent? Europe? Who's the biggest continent?
Well, it's continent and country.
Asia is the biggest continent.
Asia, and that's
Then
China,
Africa.
Korea.
It's all them
Russia,
and
India.
India, all them put together though.
Right.
That makes Asia.
Right.
And it's not that much bigger than Africa. And Africa's the second biggest continent.
With more natural resources as well.
With all the natural resources.
Right.
That's the difference. So we literally got a pot of gold and nobody even going for it.
Exploited by outsiders.
So how did we
as well.
start this? How did we start to say, you know what, let's invest back in the motherland. Let's
I think the key is, first of all, you got to release the fear. Because a lot of, African Americans are afraid to go to Africa.
No, because I'm not gonna lie.
But
I'm not gonna lie.
Which, naturally.
I was offered so many shows to Africa. I'll be honest. And then they told me I could get shots, and I was like, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd never actually been to Africa because I didn't want to get the shots. I didn't know they injecting shit in me. Like, I was scared. This is back in the day.
That's why I said you got to release the fear.
Gotta release the fear.
You have to, because first of all, only white people need shots to go to Africa. Black people don't need no shots to go to Africa.
But why is that even a rumor that you need shots to go to Africa?
I mean, it's fear. The same way they told you AIDS started in Africa.
Wow.
You can die from malaria. They telling you all this stuff. None of that stuff is real.
Wow.
They tell you, well, you go to Africa, you got to take, shots, and you got to take like 5 or 6 different, types of shots to save you from this, save you from that, save you from this.
Why does that rumor even exist, though?
I mean, because they know the value of black people going back home. Can you just imagine if African Americans in America decided, you know what, man, fuck America, we going back home, and then all the value that we bring here, we took over there, America wouldn't exist no more.
Club Live and Zumanda.
None of that would work. Think about it. Just imagine, man. All the major ball players left, started their own team back home. All the major recording artists left, started their own labels back home. Just imagine, just those 2 sectors. We're not talking about all the inventors that never got the credit for all the shit that they inventing, like cell phones and all that black people invented.
Black excellence.
You would never even know. All these software companies that's taking, you have no idea. Like, we don't even know how much value we even have. I built my career off making other people's careers.
Those who cannot go, we wait for us. We'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. So that you see who is who.
Who is who. And some people will want to go on the 5 hour and they should really be at the 3 hour. The ladies can handle it too.
Pharrell, there's my sisters that can handle it. Monterey.
Oh, I know. Those who are late, those are Kung
Sister Queer.
Mommy's girls.
Mommy's daughters. You have to handle this.
Those are mommy's daughters.
You say, oh, okay. This is good. I like this.
The viewpoint I'm talking about.
Oh, shit.
So, to where the tree cross the water like this. This one.
Real Pan-Africanist collaboration.
Yeah, we came quick. That's how we know. Awesome.
That stuff.
Jag går först. Jag skulle gå först. Nej, jag sa först.
Yo!
I'm on now.
The way he's not even willing to
You're a good mate, Black. Good mate. You're okay, it's gonna bend like that. Has to bend. Move faster than that, Colin. I'm just joking. Fam TV on fire right now.
Kan du ta bild på oss? Vid min telefon. Koden är 222.
Not a joke.
We doing this, yo. We on the top of the world right now. Top of the world, baby. Hey, you know what this is for, right?
All right, cool. Come, y'all.
Sisters, them, yeah.
See what up.
Yeah.
Sweden in the house.
Hey.
Here she is right here. Hello, Nana.
course, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Dr. Scobie, and the walking encyclopedia himself, Dr. Leonard Jeffries.